Hey guys, it's Alexis, aka The Sloth Reader, and I'm here today to film a video that is kind of personal to me, but I think that also a lot of you guys can probably relate. And basically, my first week of school was last week, and I, on my second day of school, had a massive panic attack, and I basically ended up not being able to go to some of my classes because I just couldn't breathe and I couldn't stop crying. And I know some of you for sure definitely have anxiety. I've been dealing with anxiety as well as depression for 6 or 7 years now. And so it's familiar with me, but it still can be very crippling. And so basically when I was trying to calm down, I just kind of thought about books and making YouTube videos, and I just tried to get my mind off of the things that were making me have my panic attack. And it kind of led me to this video. And so basically I am going to talk about some books that I would suggest going to when you're having a panic attack and you're kind of looking for something to help you calm down. So I chose a few specific books, or just even when you're having a really, really rough week and you're looking to avoid maybe having a panic attack, or if you're having a low week with your depression. These are just kind of some books that I feel like will help with that, and I'll kind of explain as I go through them. The first book I'm going to mention is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. This, of course, deals with a main character who has severe anxiety, both academic and social. And it was one of the things I personally, when I read it, really connected with Kath about. Is I was like, yes, I totally get wanting to stay in your dorm room and not socialize because you're worried about the, whole event and whether people will like you and whether they'll say anything. And so I think that this book is comforting to people who have anxiety because it's a look at what you go through, and so you can look at this video and just be like, yes, I totally relate to that. And because it's still written in Rainbow Rowell's cute, funny style, it's comforting because it doesn't make the anxiety and the panic attacks seem like such a dark, sad thing. And so I highly recommend this for people who go through anxiety, because you'll definitely save yourself in the pages of these books. The next one is more of a category than a very specific book, but I would suggest picking up a funny memoir. So maybe a celebrity memoir or a comedian's memoir or something like that. The reason I suggest picking up a comedy memoir is because it'll feel very human to you. These people are real people too, and you'll get to hear them talk about their lives and the funny stuff that they've gone through, and not only will the humor help to cheer you up, but you'll also get to see other people going through, maybe not the same things, but going through other things and being able to joke about them, being able to make light of them. And I think that'll really relieve you because you'll be like, okay, this person went through this and they can make jokes about it, and maybe that's a place I want to be in. Not maybe today, not maybe tomorrow, but maybe in a couple months from now I want to be in a place where I can laugh about my anxiety and my depression, and I can keep it from being this crippling illness. And so I definitely suggest picking up a comedy memoir because they'll really brighten you up and they'll help you to just move past all the struggles in your life. The next thing I'm going to suggest is reading your favorite book from your favorite series. This is one of my all-time favorite series. It's the Hollow Kingdom trilogy by Claire B. Dungle, and In the Coils of the Snake is my personal favorite from the series. And the reason I suggest reading your favorite book from your favorite series is because it's going to be familiar to you. It's going to be the same kind of feeling as when you come home after a long day, or getting to see family members and getting to hug them, and it's the same kind of feeling. It's very comforting to return to a world that you know, a world that you love. And so I think that that comfort and that familiarity will really help to calm you down because you'll be in a place that comforts you and a place that you feel secure with people and characters that feel like friends and family. And I think that specifically that comfort will really help you when you're having a really bad anxiety moment. The next thing I'm going to suggest is a children's picture book. And I specifically suggest reading this aloud. I think the simple syntax in a children's picture book, when read aloud, can kind of help you to control your breathing, can help you to kind of fight through the closed feeling in your throat and the tightness in your chest. And I think that the pictures, whether they be more simple or immaculate looking, I think they'll help to distract your brain a little. So I highly suggest reading children's picture books aloud when you're having an anxiety moment or panic attack, because I really do think that reading these aloud helps you to control your breathing. The next book I'm going to suggest reading if you're having a really bad anxiety moment or panic attack is the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Mostly because there aren't too many people left who haven't read it or at least seen the movies, and it kind of goes back to reading a book from your favorite series, is that it's just familiar, it's comfortable, and reading along with Harry and Hermione and Ron and being able to feel like you're part of that golden trio is comforting. And I think that being able to lose yourself in this world that J.K. Rowling created and being able to envision yourself at Hogwarts in whatever house you belong to, I think that it's comforting, and I think it'll really help to, help you breathe, take breaths, and to control your heartbeat. And it'll just help you to get your mind off of these things that are, sparking your panic attack to begin with. The last book I'm going to recommend is A Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. This one might seem like an interesting choice for people who are having panic attacks, but the reason I specifically say this one is because this one has so many characters and so many different places and so much court intrigue that it's very dense. And I think that this is easy to lose yourself in, especially as you're going from character to character. You're getting into these characters. I think the denseness is easy to lose yourself in. You become enveloped in this world. And I think that being able to lose yourself in high fantasy like this kind of helps you to step away from your own life just for a little bit. And I definitely can see how this helps when you're having a really hard moment with mental illness and you're having a panic attack, when you can't stop thinking about the things in your own life that are causing these panic attacks. For me, a lot of times it's academics, so picking up a high fantasy like A Game of Thrones for me helps me to put all of my thoughts aside, even if it's just for a couple of hours, and in that time it's enough for me to kind of just breathe and relax, and it helps me to fight off a panic attack. Alright guys, I know that video was kind of short. I just kind of made a list of books I think would help when you're having a panic attack. I hope that you guys see this and maybe take some of my suggestions, and I think that maybe they'll help. Again, I'm not like a doctor or anything, so these are definitely not like, actual treatments for any form of mental illness. These are just things that I find have helped me, and I would be really, really happy if I could pass along my information and maybe help some of you guys out. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye!